Welcome back to the Aslan Health Podcast and the second episode in our series on making the most of your healthcare visits. Last time, we revealed the common problems that hinder our medical appointments. Today, it's time to reset how we approach these visits. This episode is all about how to prepare practically, strategically, and spiritually to get the most out of your next healthcare visit. As a seasoned physician, I'll share my advice along with analogies, stories, and some biblical wisdom on how to best prepare for and engage during your next medical appointment. Follow me. Let's get out of the waiting room.
Welcome to the Aslan Health Podcast, where science meets soul. Your host for this program is Dr. Mike Hauman, an experienced physician, a certified functional medicine provider, a certified insight coach practitioner, and a devoted follower of Jesus Christ. If you're tired of feeling stressed out, exhausted, overwhelmed, or stuck in survival mode, you're in the right place. So take a deep breath. Let's be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Here's Dr. Mike.
Friend, imagine you're preparing for a final exam or an annual business meeting. You wouldn't walk in cold or totally unprepared, would you? Unlikely if you desired any kind of positive outcome. You would prepare in advance, gather your notes, know your questions, think through your best approach, and be clear on your objectives. Similarly, a medical appointment is your meeting about your health. I've found that a little prep can go a long way towards facilitating a positive outcome. Let's face it, most of us walk into healthcare visits begrudgingly and unprepared. We show up because something hurts or we don't feel well or because someone told us that we should. We're out of our element, tentative, nervous, distracted, often uncertain and uncomfortable. But what if we saw healthcare visits not as an unfortunate inconvenience, but rather as a divine opportunity for our betterment? Today, let's reset how we think about our healthcare appointments as moments of stewardship. This means we don't just show up, we prepare. Proverbs 21:5 reminds us, "The plans of the diligent surely lead to success." It's not that we plan to fail, but too often we fail to plan. When you plan with diligence, your visit becomes more productive and beneficial. Here are the key steps to reset your approach to maximize your success. We will break it down into two chronological parts, the before the visit and the during the appointment. Here we go. Before visit tip number 1. Keep a health journal. This is the single most helpful tool that I've seen patients use to maximize our time together. Track your symptoms and bring your notes. If you're experiencing specific symptoms, take the time beforehand to write down the details. When did the issue start? How often do your symptoms happen? What makes them better or worse? For example, belly pain started 2 months ago, comes 3 times a week in the evening after dinner, gets better with an antacid. Well, that's helpful. Such details help your provider ask more clarifying questions and ultimately make a quicker and more accurate diagnosis. Consider keeping a simple symptom diary or using a phone app to record occurrences. By resetting your approach to be a more data-driven perspective about your health, you turn the visit into a problem-solving session rather than a vague question and answer session. Remember, you know your body best. Bring that knowledge to the table. Bring this with you, or even better, type it up as a 1-page summary. This becomes your conversation roadmap. Your preparation then honors everyone in the room. Tip number 2, know your medications and your supplements and bring a list, or the bottles. If you're taking prescriptions or over-the-counter medications or supplements, know the what, when, how, and why of those products that you're taking. Bring the actual bottles or a printed list. Don't just say, "I take a little pill for blood pressure." Think of this like bringing a resume to a job interview. It provides the important background details necessary to understand you. Include any known or suspected allergies and past medical events, noting key health issues, chronic conditions, past surgeries, and significant family history. Having this written summary helps you give the doctor a quick, accurate picture of your health. It's easy to forget a drug name or the date of a surgery under pressure. A written list solves that issue. And while we're on the subject, if you're taking supplements that you acquire through the Aslan Health Full Script Dispensary, well, all of those products are available in your account with the names and the dosages clearly listed. If you're unfamiliar with that free account service, the link is provided in today's show notes for you to take a look and for your convenience. Tip number 3, clarify your goal for the visit. Before the visit, write down the main things that you want to address. What is your goal for this visit? Not your provider's goal, not the insurance company's goal, not a loved one's goal, but your goal. Is it to get a diagnosis for a new problem? Is it to start a new plan for the exacerbation of a chronic issue that you have? Is it to discuss an undiagnosed injury or a symptom or a condition? Whatever it is, define it, write it down, speak it clearly. This sets the tone for the appointment and gives your provider clear direction for the conversation. Write down your top questions involving your top 3 to 5 symptoms and concerns. Prioritize them. If the visit is short, you want to cover the most pressing issue first. Don't assume that the provider will automatically know what's bothering you. Speak up. Remember, even Jesus asked people to state their need clearly. For example, in Mark 10:51, he asked a blind man, "What do you want me to do for you?" In the same way, be ready to clearly state what you need from your provider. Tip number 4, bring a second set of ears. If your appointment is especially important, complex, or potentially emotional, bring someone with you, a trusted friend, a spouse, a family member, someone who can help you. They can help you to remember what was said, ask questions that you may forget, provide emotional support if needed, if the diagnosis is challenging. They can drive you to the visit safely and bring you home safely as a result of a change, say, in your vision or your function, if it affects your ability to drive. This is also mandatory for all minors, and I strongly recommend this for adults that have a guardian or medical power of attorney. Elderly folks with auditory or cognitive issues are particularly at risk. They need help. If you can't bring someone in person, ask your provider if you can record the visit on your phone. It can be incredibly helpful when you're reviewing instructions with caregivers later. Tip number 5, pray before you go. Ask God for wisdom and peace. Ask Him to help you clearly speak and to listen well. Ask Him to guide your provider's words and your care plan. James 1:5 reminds us, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him." Friend, that includes wisdom for your health. You are not walking into that office alone. Let me give you a helpful analogy. Imagine that you're having a dinner party for a dozen people at your home tonight, and you didn't prepare. On your way home from work, you walk into a grocery store without a list. You buzz through the aisles, grab a few things, and when you get home, you realize that you missed a number of very important items because you didn't have a list and you weren't prepared. Now imagine the same scenario with a fully prepared list. You move with intention, you save time, you stay focused, you leave with what you need, and the outing is a success. Healthcare visits can be the same way. There's no substitute for being prepared. So now that you're adequately prepared, here are my reset tips to help you focus, engage, and communicate effectively during your visit. To create a team mindset with your healthcare provider. It's important to remember that you and your provider share the same goal, your well-being. Here are practical ways to communicate and to partner effectively during that visit. Tip number 1, take notes. It's easy to forget parts of the conversation, especially if you're anxious. Write down the names of any conditions or medicines mentioned, your next steps, the main advice given, those sorts of things. Alternatively, ask the provider for a written after-visit summary. The goal is to leave with a diagnosis and a treatment plan, a clear record of what you're supposed to do next. If you prefer, ask permission to record the conversation on your phone. Many providers are fine with this and are already recording the visit using AI note takers. I've had countless patients record, photograph, and even video a visit or a procedure. Some prefer to connect with family by phone or by FaceTime during the visit. That's great, just ask first. Wisdom is not just hearing, but putting your understanding into practice. I'm reminded of James 2:16 and 17, where it's written, "If one of you says, 'Go, I wish you well, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about his physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead." Take notes so you can follow through. Tip number 2, speak up early and honestly. The opening minute of your visit sets the tone. Make sure your provider knows your main concerns up front, which is why you prepared your journal and your goals as we already discussed. Don't hold back information, even if it feels awkward or uncomfortable or personal. This builds trust, saves time, and ensures nothing essential gets overlooked. Be honest and open, no holding back. We touched on this in the Reveal episode. Too many patients hide habits or symptoms from their doctors. It's time for you to reset that tendency. Your provider's office should be a judgment-free zone. Ephesians 4:25 encourages us to speak truthfully to our neighbor. And I believe here that applies. Be truthful to your healthcare neighbor, someone who's trying to care for you. A doctor is not a mind reader and can only address problems that they're aware of. Think of it like going to a mechanic and not mentioning a problem with your vehicle. How can they fix a problem if they don't know it exists? In the same way, full disclosure equals better care. Tip number 3, engage with questions. Ask, clarify, understand. Many patients hesitate to ask questions, fearing they'll seem uninformed or ignorant. But understanding your health is your responsibility. Listen, there are no silly questions when it comes to your health. You are the most important advocate for you. If something isn't clear to you, or if the doctor is using terminology you don't understand, just ask for clarification. You might say, "Could you explain that in different terms?" Or, "I didn't quite catch what the treatment involves. Can you go over that again?" Doctors sometimes forget what's common knowledge and what isn't. Asking questions ensures that you leave the visit with a good understanding of your health and the plan going forward. If you're not sure what to ask, try this. What, why, how? What is my diagnosis or issue? Why is it important? How do we make it better? Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find." That principle applies here. By asking, you'll receive information. By seeking clarity, you'll find peace of mind in your health journey. Tip number 4, communicate like a team. Not like it's a lecture, but like it's a conversation. Many people were taught to view the doctor as the authority figure to simply obey, but modern medicine works best when provider and patient collaborate. The root issue comes down to communication and mindset. The reveal is this: being passive can lead to miscommunication and gaps in your care. You can reset that dynamic by viewing the doctor-patient relationship as a partnership. You are not a burden or a bother when you speak up. You are actually helping your provider do a better job with active communication. Another analogy. Imagine that your health issue is a puzzle. You hold some pieces, how you feel, what you think, what's happening in your life, your experience, etc. And the doctor holds some pieces, medical knowledge, test results, training, and experience. Only by communicating and putting those pieces together can you solve the puzzle. If you hide your pieces, or your doctor doesn't explain theirs, the picture will remain incomplete. Collaboration is key. Wise King Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes 3 that there is a time for everything, a time to be silent, and a time to speak. Use your time wisely. Tip number 5, confirm before you leave. Don't leave the visit unsure of the plan, what to take, when to follow up, or what's next. That gap leads to anxiety, non-compliance, and poor outcomes. Before walking out of the office, be sure that you know the what's. What are you being treated for? Your diagnosis. What medication or treatments are ordered? What to watch for? I call those red flags. What is next, and how do I follow up? If the plan sounds too difficult or you have concerns, say so now. This is the time to agree on a plan that you can realistically follow. Remember, it's your health and you have a say. Good communication is a two-way street. My analogy here is like ordering a meal at a restaurant. After your provider tells you what they want you to do, repeat back out loud what you heard and understand. This ensures that you understand and are on the same page, just as a restaurant server would repeat your order to confirm that it is correct and complete with nothing missing. I'm reminded of Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Clarity brings peace, and planning in partnership, both with your doctor and with your Creator, will produce a better outcome, and it honors your role as a steward of the body God entrusted to you. By implementing these tips, you are resetting the dynamic of your healthcare visits. Instead of being a passive participant, you become an active partner in your care, making your healthcare visit a collaborative team project. You bring valuable information, your symptoms, questions, history, and your provider brings medical expertise and experience. Together, you improve your health with more meaningful interaction for all involved. As a doctor, I can say that it's incredibly rewarding to have a patient who comes prepared and communicates openly, because I know that they're invested in their own wellness. Well, as we close today, here are your reset action steps. 1. Start your health journal. 2. Organize your medications and supplements into a simple list. 3. Write down your top 3 goals for your next healthcare visit. Finally, pray for wisdom, for clarity, and for peace before your next appointment. Let's end today with this powerful reminder from Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for men. That includes how you approach your health. It includes how you show up to your appointments. Every part of your life is a reflection of your Creator, even this. Well, my friend, this is Dr. Mike with the Aslan Health Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow, because next time we'll discuss Renew, what to do after your healthcare visits, how to turn your knowledge into action. I think that you'll find it immensely helpful. Well, until then, my friend, be well.